first, huh?
Yeah.
VR more important, right? Come on. Yeah, no. Give hearts for that one? No, no hearts. Okay. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's better. I'll say that they
Cool.
all gave me hearts. That'll be fun. So,
Are you
I
ready
guess we could
to
start if you
start
want.
with your presentation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, this will be awesome. Go ahead, please.
Of English learning via play to speak, and this VR app play to speak teaches conversational English with virtual characters to improve fluency. With help from AI tool, and he's a speaker of 4 languages himself, and he has a diverse background. For example, he's a food scientist with an MBA from the and in a previous life worked as a specializing in. However, he follows his passion in the entrepreneurial. So the format of this presentation will be as follows. Giuseppe will go through the raise hand button. Turn that on right now. So you can all see that on the bottom right of your screen. In the end, there will be time yours. Thank you.
Outstanding. All right, guys. Hello, hello. I hope great week because there were so many heavy hitters in this VR summit. It's unreal. The fact that you can get all these guys to talk at the comfort of your laptop, of your VR headset, whatever, is just phenomenal. Big congratulations and a round of applause for the summit organizers and volunteers, because without them, this just wouldn't. Um, yes, I am super to be here. I'm not the type of person that memorizes my slides, so I'm going to show you. I know what to tell you, and I'll answer any questions you may have. If you have, because you can't wait to the end, that's amazing. Look, and maybe everyone can understand. The whole idea of my presentation, you walk out with one little thing that you didn't know that could maybe help you. And to start it off, I want to know, show of hands or hearts or whatever you can use, who here is developing VR applications? Any hearts? Uh, you, yes, okay, but you're part of the team, but that's okay. Yeah. Who here is that and part of a school? So, you're still hoping, not good. There's a couple. Okay, or how we went about to make a VR product, and it was targeting least. Use this information, great. If you're just curious, well, enjoy the. All right. So, for me here, yeah, perfect. Am I blocking your view? Can you still see everything? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, let's start. VR and education. So like I said, this is for those who want to know how to make VR. Um, you have to understand that if you're going to go into this field of education, to know the state of education tools, how much money or resources are available for schools to maybe buy your future product or VR products, and the parental perception of VR, because these are all important if you want to even survive in this field. So I'm going to give you just able to scrounge out on the net. Um, Banbury, you probably went to his talk. He's outstanding, great guy in the Middle East area. He came up with a grouping of educational VR apps. This was a couple years ago, so there's probably more. Important to take away from this slide is that there are tons, and if you want to use this for VR education in general, you can. The downfall of some of these products, or many of them, is that they're probably not based products. So they're kind of saying, hey, teacher, here, you use it somehow, go ahead. It doesn't help very much because teachers are overwhelmed people who need to make their life easier. Now, to add a new ad hoc product takes a lot of time. So, considerations if you're going to go make a product. But there are tons of products, and you can use these and probably more if you're looking for VR products on the market. Here's an ugly graphic pie chart I made for you guys, sorry, but what's important is the information that it lays out. Is USA public school 2013-14. I don't think the data changes all so much, but we could see that the funding per student is about, let's say, $11,000. However, most of it goes to salaries. So when you look at paid services, a very little sliver, we're looking at about $1,200 a month, a year, or $100 a month. So if your product is charging $50 or $30 a month to use, then you have to understand that you're not only attacking a very resource-constrained environment, but you're also in competition with all those other products out there too. So you got to keep in mind it's a very difficult. Yet if you got the right product, well, you're attacking many schools, and you can have a very big impact on the new generation. But you got to keep in mind they don't have that much money. Private has a lot more, but it's what it is. Perception. Now this is one graphic I found. You can find many. The idea is that the parents believe VR is probably bad for the kids' health, and they probably shouldn't be using it. Some of the they're going to have access to porn, spending too much of their time on it, and it's going to cause. Well, sorry, but let me just tell you, the generation nowadays are people who spend a lot of time online. They're not as, I guess I read up somewhere, they are a bit isolated in general. Like, it's the way that the community puts them in this situation. So it's not like VR is going to cause this. Now, problems are parental based. I mean, if you're not going to parent your child, things like this are going to happen. So you can't blame VR. And for porn, I got a Pico set just for, education purpose. And I said, okay, can we actually access porn? And it was super hard. In general, these headsets are setting up in a way that some of these problems really are not problems at all, unless you really, really want to look for it. So I'm not sure on the basis. And a lot of this is perception. So it means that it's their idea on what really happens. And if you see the bottom graphic, which was kind of interesting too, is most of the parents believe that it's going to be a harmful impact on their children. But those who said that, their children, very small percentage of the children, actual hazards. And what's funny is that you got dizziness, you have bumping into things. I mean, VR properly, you're not bumping into anything. And Disney, we're not in the Samsung Gear VR mode anymore. Like, no more of those I'm gonna puke because I just tried a really bad VR experience. Like, we are evolving, and proper VR experiences are being made. So dizziness shouldn't happen as often if it's constructed properly. So there is a perception though, and you have to overcome that if you want to go into education, because the parents rule a very big part on what schools do. So you have to know that that's there. All right, so now that I give you a little landscape that it's not all doom and gloom, but it is tough. It is really tough. Let's talk about how we approached it. So, Play to Speak, we offering an alternative way to practice English. The hardest thing, okay, how many of you have seen the movie Ready Player One, or read the book Show hands, hearts, I don't know, throw axes, I don't know, whatever you can do in those emotions. Yeah, okay. Wouldn't you love to have that today? We can't do it yet. We're not there. It may be close. It's not there yet. But can you imagine how we would learn? Like, can we change the landscape of education? That would be. I wanted to do language learning because it's one way to train AI conversation. Once that's set, can you imagine putting that into a world where you can learn? Do you want to learn about the World War One? Well, don't read a book. I put you in a game. You have to then talk to characters in the World War One scene and learn. Just like if you played an RPG and you would learn how to fight the last boss, well, you're going to do the same thing. And chances are you're going to remember. And you're going to want to do it. And at the end of the day, you will have learned. And it just changes. We learn. We won't take exams. We'll do a game. I mean, there's so much we can do, but we have to build the blocks. Conversation is one of them, and we're trying to tackle this challenge. So, giving you a little bit of an insight where we're coming from. This is how the game looks like. We're doing it with VR and AI, and we're combining virtual reality and to give you a conversational game. It's not it's not matching words and hopefully you can memorize it. We're attempting to put you in a talk, and when you talk about things that are happening, so you actually remember and understand why you're saying that. That's the idea. So if you want to develop a product, you need to, I believe, answer these 4 questions, okay? Data. You need to get data. And the data you need to get right away is help make this. Not can I make this. I mean, we don't want an engineer. This is an awesome game. We should make it because I say so. We need more than n equals 1 sample size. So you need to go and get data. And that data has to be able to say, yes, you should make this game. That data, you gotta go and prove how you want it to look like. Proof of concept. How will it look? Can you show that now, besides what you have in your head? Then, make a demo. Demo is basically showing you, can you actually make it work? And it's harder than it seems sometimes. Sometimes you might have the best concept and you know how it should work, but you can't get. And then you got to do a minimum product if you're a company. That means, can you make money? There's no point in making this really cool thing that lays in a corner because no one's going to buy it or use it. So you gotta have to answer that. Now there's companies who've raised like billions. I mean, talking to Magic Leap. Yeah, great. Maybe minimum viable product part will come later. But at least for now, most companies have to be able to get to this point. If not, the story stops. Cool for now? So I'm going to take you on a journey on how we tackled each 4 of these areas. And I'll show you a little video too, give you an idea of the many questions. Question out. Go right ahead, please.
Yeah, if you have any questions, raise your hand, please, so I can put you on megaphone.
Yeah. No? All right.
Nope.
Quiet punch you. Shy people. That's okay. Playing coy. That's good. That's one. All right.
One question,
So-
by the way. Do you want to answer it?
There's a question?
A question from Carlos. Carlos, you're now on megaphone if you unmute yourself.
Go ahead.
I don't hear you, Carlos. Where are you?
Mike.
Can you give me something?
Here we are.
headphones?
Sorry.
Yes, good. Thanks.
Sorry. Good morning, buonasera, or buongiorno. I would like to know, are you aware that your audio is breaking up, or is this just me hearing that? Can anybody put emojis out to let the rest of us
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit, but I think it's because of your internet connection at your place, right? You can't really do much about it.
Oh no, is it?
Okay.
Do you want me to? I could maybe put the mic. I don't know. Do you want me to take off my headset? Maybe use my laptop microphone? Could that be it? Maybe.
I'm not having any trouble.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So if you have trouble hearing him, maybe you can re-enter the room. That sometimes fixes the problem. I would suggest that for you, Carlos.
Yeah, I
I
think
can
it's
wait.
still possible to understand. It's possible to
Yeah,
understand.
it's not too bad.
You don't want to leave the room and come back in? Okay. I can wait. I can wait 3 minutes, not a problem. Go, come back out. It's all good. And if not, if you want me to continue, you let me know. Should we wait a couple minutes, let people exit and come back in?
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
Give it 1 minute.
I'll dance if you like. Oh no, I can't dance.
Sure, go ahead.
I don't think I know how to dance on this. Oh well. Just don't forget to come back, huh, guys? Because, that'll make me sad. I'll put sad face. Do I have a sad face? No, it's not sad. Was that sad? I don't know what that is.
Yes, it is.
So who here has been able to listen to at least, if not more, conference attended other amazing VR speakers throughout the week? Have you guys had more than one? Just send out hearts if you had more than one. Yes. Very good. Did you not believe that this is not the future of like events? Like it's rudimentary now. Like we're rough, but think of the possibilities of rooms, the networking you could do. I mean, there's so much potential, and you don't have to spend 10,000 to go to a place. I can't fly out to town in France. I mean, I can, but the cost is going to be enormous. And I'm not Microsoft, so what do? You have this. Now I can go listen to those keynote speakers. It's great. If it hasn't been done, it should be done. That's what I say. Okay, how about I start? I'll continue, okay? Slowly and
Yeah.
don't be much missed. All right. So, data. Okay? Don't be that guy or that lady who goes, we should do this because I think it is, or because it's great. Don't be that person. Okay? What the customer is saying. You need to know what a pain point, in case is what they are having a hard time dealing with, or they have to find alternatives because they can't find a solution to. I mean, if you can't, I can make up pain points, but we found out the pain point was that if you're going to learn English in a non-English country, let's say Madrid, so you're in Spain, and you want to speak English, the moment you leave the establishment, you're not speaking English. You're speaking, the last thing you're speaking is English. You're speaking Spanish. And people have this fear that when they try to speak English to natives, they get embarrassed. So not only do they get practice, but they get embarrassed to speak. And we started a recurring event for countries that are Latin countries, Asian countries. It was cultural too. So we started saying, oh my God, not only, English is being taught like at, what is it, one third of the population is learning English. Great. Tons of fools out there. People who still have a hard time to speak to other people because they feel embarrassed, they feel like anxiety. It's called foreign language anxiety. Someone actually researched this. So we're like, oh my God, Yeah, well, so that was what we decided to focus on. But we got through talking to people. Not just because we said, oh, VR would be really cool. No, VR meets a need. It helps them, the speaker, forget that they're surrounded by other people or other people. They're not judged anymore. They can talk freely. And then we proved it later on by testing out our theory, our product. The results were that. So go find out what the pain point is. You could do persona maps, meaning you could person you think you're targeting, everything about that person, and you can go test it out. If they find that it's not that person because you missed something, you fix it up. But you have to come back with data. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200 unless you got. All right. Now that you said, okay, great, we know we're going to do. We're going to do it. Language learning, conversation, great. What is it you're going to show? So what we did was we did on the first paper. This is my artist drawing on a piece of paper on napkins ideas, and then he made a full framed graphic of the character, and from there we were able to transform him into the pirate Finn. Well, he's actually not a pirate, he's a tour guide, Finn, and we put him in Unity 3D. So we were able to create him. That's cool. With it, we were able to do many things because it's not just a concept for our game. We had to test the AI, and we had to test the VR. Now the VR was tough to test, so instead of getting into VR, we said, like a video. So I'm going to show you now a video of our teaser we made. It's a little long, but it's 4 minutes. Now I can cut it if it's repetitive, but I'll show you this, okay? And it'll give you an idea of what the first version of our game looked like. So the first part here is you'll be playing, you're on a boat. Show you that, hey, you're not talking to a waiter. Let's be different. You're on a boat talking to a tour guide. This is how it looked. So we made this game, and then we also had a story, a pirate ship and a phantom and some fantasy, because people wanted fantasy. So we show that the pirate ship pops out of the water soon, and then it continues again. We're going to reset it, and we're going to have the pirate ship come towards Finn. And that we can do it in 3D.
Humanity. I'm your tour guide.
Yeah. One thing
How are you today?
we were using the crappy synthetic voices, and in this video we decided to use a cappella, which is like a better synthesized voice, British man, and the customers didn't really care. We thought it was an issue. We never had, oh my god, I can't listen to that guy's voice. Stop it, please. So it's little things we would never have thought of that maybe are not important. So yeah, sorry, it's gonna be a little long, but you're gonna see a pirate ship show up, and we took this and we tested in front of a school later. We went to a German school because if we could do it in English, we could do it in German. And the German school said, "This is too boring. Please, where's the roller coaster? Where are the explosions?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, right. Shoot." So that did. I just wanted to show you. So if you want to see the pirate ship, let me see how long I have left. Yeah.
I'm your tour
Yeah,
guide.
might as well wait. Sorry, guys, might as well wait. It's a
How are
bit.
you
I
today?
cannot accelerate it because the video is not synchronized, so I have to play it out. Where's that pirate ship? Do 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 do. Oh well. How far is that pirate ship? Really? Okay, you know what? Let's just stop. The pirate ship does appear, but it is long. It's one of those videos I could not really, shorten because it was really too long, and sorry about that. But nonetheless, we were able to show customers, investors, look, we can do it in VR. This is how it's going to look like. Now, the big part, AI. Can we do it in AI? AI is like, it's the dream. It's the, oh my God, AI is everywhere. Oh, I have a question. 1 second.
Yeah, do you want to
Sure.
answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay,
go
so
ahead.
K-bot,
Let me get to
are
it.
now a
K-bot.
megaphone.
Go
Hi.
for it.
Sorry,
Sorry about
I
that.
can't see your, it might be just me or maybe everybody else, but I can't see any video or presentation since I came back in the room.
Can everyone see
If you try
the
and
presentation? Can you give me a heart
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
saw the presentation?
I can see it. You might need to re-enter.
Oh.
So give me some sad faces if you can't see anything. Okay, so if you can't see the slides, please re-enter.
Would you like me
And
to?
let me know if that solves it.
What I will do is I will replay just the first part so you have an idea. It'll be like 20 seconds. You can just see. Okay, so go back out, come back in, and check it out. Questions we can answer in the meantime.
Yes. So, Nicholas, you are on.
Muzizia. Muzizia.
Please unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Is that better?
It's great.
Yeah, so
How
you
you
have a
doing, Nicholas?
question, or did you hit the raise hand button by accident?
I accidentally did that.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
No
no
problem.
problem.
Okay. I'll play the video again. 2 seconds, so you can at least see it. Okay, it'll just be the first part, so it'll be quick. Can you see this? If you could see this screen. Can you see a screen, guys? If you can't see a screen, give me a sad face. Okay. They can't see the screen.
Let me ask Donna.
Why is it they can't see it? I'll try again, last time. I'll get out. Did you see something on the screen? No.
Well, it comes on, but then it goes off again.
What I can do, guys, is I can give you, at the end of the presentation, I can give you a link to see it on YouTube. Would that work out? So, message me after, and I'll give you a link so you can go and check it out on YouTube. Okay. So, this was kind of cool. Test AI, you got to make sure that it's this random thought. What's going on down here?
I'm sorry
What's
to
on?
interrupt you, but we can reset the room so everybody can see the slides.
You want to do that?
Yeah, Donna is here
The
to do
magic of VR.
it. The
Okay.
magic of Donna.
Well, I have to say, you may not think I'm such a magician, but I'm going to try.
Okey-doke.
I'm going to keep you. Hold on, space is reset.
Okay, let me
It's
put
very
your
nice to
slides
meet
back
you,
in.
Giuseppe. Okay, let me know if you need anything else. It's nice to meet you, Giuseppe. Let me know if you need anything else, Alpha.
Yes,
Excellent.
thank you, Donna.
No problem.
Yeah.
Thanks, Donna.
So, can everybody see the
Pleasure.
slides now? Yes. Awesome. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Ooh, I'm too up. Haha. Okay. So, here, can you see this? Here's the video again. Yeah. Yeah, excellent. Okay, almost there. So let's just move on quickly here. Uh, okay. You have to test the AI. AI is very experimental at the moment. Everyone claims to be an AI this, AI that. I haven't seen. I suspect this, so anyone who does an AI gets, a company who got funded. They said they do AI, but they don't do any AI. I don't know how that worked, but anyhow, they got money. What we did was we made the concept. We gave them a sentence, and with the response, the initial parts of our conversation, because open-ended conversation is really, really hard to. I mean, how you don't know what they're going to say. How do you respond? Blueberry pancakes. Well, what do you say to blueberry pancakes? I mean, you don't know what that person's going to say, so you have to be ready. In a way, you kind of make a guided conversation, and then you start seeing what exactly people are saying to that question or that inference, and then you make the AI. So that's how we tested the AI with the budget we had. And here was a cool thing we did at the end of proof of concept. See if it worked. We made a meetup. Who knows meetup here? You know what meetup is? Kind of, maybe. Meetup is a platform where you can have events of common interest. And you have a game board, Monopoly. I want to have a Monopoly night at my house, and then if you like it, there you go. Hence the name, Meetup. And we demos, and people came to our office. What we did was we put them in a room. We had someone record audio there as if you were on that boat. We had one of our founders dress up as Finn. So he's sitting in front of us, behind holding up these concept arts. And we would raise one concept art and say something. And we would record what the person would respond with. And this is how we were trying to figure out, that the person we were doing, how did they respond to it? Like, what kind of sense? It just gives us an idea on how into the right path for the game. So all kinds of concept arts and demos is what you need to do to validate if you can do it, and if you got the right concept. Testing. Now that you were able to show how is it going to look like, you need to be able to do it. So we used Meetup again for demos. We were part of one of them was Oasis Founders Institute, and we used that environment to get people to try out our game. You get them to try it out, and you get all the horrible feedback saying this is garbage, this doesn't work, how dare you, and you fix it. And you go back out there to get punched in the face again, and you fix it. Fixing it until it's good enough to make a game. And that's it. If you can't stomach that someone says this is garbage, get it away from me, then you can't be in this world of making stuff for people, because you're never going to get it right the first time. You're going to get it right the 726th time. But you got to go through 725 times of getting punched in the face. That's the reality. So use the people around you to test, but not your friends and family. People you don't know who could be that target persona, and tell them, play my game. What do you think? And write down everything they say. Okay, so we were able to do a demo, and we were able to sell the first one on Steam. Steam, Indie Gala, Viveport. We made like a B2C version. It was a demo. It was like we're talking, and people paid. And then we also made the same thing when we went to see companies and we let them try it out. The first one was to test out would the people pay. And is it ready for B2C? And we found out right away that it was not ready for B2C. No one wanted to really play this game. They want to play it, but they also wanted AAA games because those are the type of people that had headsets at the time. So you're like, oh, we're mismatching with the customer. B2C is not ready for this type of product, or at least B2B was. They liked the idea. They were like, companies were like, yes, we give courses to our employees, and this could work. Now you had to convince them that VR was better than a teacher. But you get that by testing out the actual functionality. Another place for demos were events. All kinds of events. CMO, you got GDC, you got wherever, the Web Summit. We went to all kinds of events. Some were pitch events, some were demo events, some we just got a stand. Doesn't matter. Go. Get your product out there. People see it, people try it, people tell you if it's garbage. It's not about you're failing. It's about getting it right. So every time it's wrong, it's that opportunity to fix it. That's what you have to be open-minded to. And that's what we did. And we're still doing it. Don't kid you. I haven't solved the solution. This is tough work. So we're going to keep fixing it until it's good enough to sell. So today we did an MVP, which we switched to B2B, meaning that we only go to companies and corporations. And what we do is we took our world, we broke it apart, and now we make 13 levels of A2 topics like art, and yourself, family, everything that you would actually practice in an A2 level, but we put it around Finn, which is our character, trying to hire you as a junior tour guide. And we made the content made it by a teacher who's a certified EFL teacher, sends out the subscription to use. And that was from 2 years of testing out and figuring out what worked and learning. Here are some lessons learned I'm going to tell you if you are in this field of trying to make a game and want to go to education. For B2B, a demo is not enough. They don't care. They want a full product just to test, just to say maybe we'll buy. If you come with a demo and say we're going to be making it, you want to try the demo and you want to buy, they don't want to listen to you. They have enough competition with other people. They don't need you. So don't do that. Go when your product is fully ready, so then they can have a full decision on whether we go forward or not. Education in general is a super hard market, okay? You have low budgets, people who don't want to change, people who want to change but they have no resources to change, political whatever. You must be able to solve the problems right away. If not, you're just going to be at a cross and they don't want to cross it. And there's tons of studies in VR showing how this is awesome. So there's studies that show concentration. Sorry? Did someone say something? Oh. Okay. Was that a question? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Or was that just a yay? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are almost at the questions.
Okay. Woo. So saying that the studies show that the VR is actually beneficial. Like, yeah, okay, we said that they're worried about spending too much. Okay, you might get sick. Great, but there's studies in HTC did some studies from the Beijing Language Learning Institute, Foreign Language Learning, showing that concentration goes up significantly to those using others. Language learning doubles. The way you learn and you retain information changes. There's confidence level. There's so many positive. So if you do it right, you will trump traditional learning. And it's not that traditional. We just didn't have VR, or at least good enough to make it worthwhile. So I'm for that, but that's just me. Um, Besides that, I don't have very much more to say, and I think I'm running out of time. So I would love to open the floor for questions, and I want to thank you very much for coming to listen to me babble about VR.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for your presentation. Let's show Giuseppe some love
Give me some hands. Give
before
me some
you.
hands.
Yeah,
I want
exactly.
hands. And if you need to know where it is, it's that button with the face. Your hands and click the
So
hands
if you have any
like this.
questions, please click the raise hand button.
Yeah, please go ahead. Anyone?
Yes.
Okay.
So the Bill
Yeah.
Mar, you're on megaphone now.
Well, that's unfortunate, Bill. Why don't you tell me sooner? I will send a copy of the presentation if you like. Will that help you? Okay. I think that was a yes. You just went away. You just went away.
Yeah. Can
Yeah.
change some contact details with you. Is that
Yeah.
okay, Bill?
Just give me a heart, Bill, if that's okay or not. There you go, man. I'll get you all the information you would like. Sure. Not a problem. Thank you. Heather.
Okay, thank you.
Whoops, did I just, yeah, there you go. The floor is for you, Heather.
Thanks, Giuseppe. Can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Wonderful. I loved what you did in this presentation, but I was torn when you got to the part where you said that this took actually 2 years to develop. So my question for you is how did you keep the faith all through 2 years?
Well, it didn't take 2 years to get to this point. And how did I keep the faith? Let's just say it's faith challenging. Like, the highs are better than the lows. And anyone will tell you if you got ownership, it's because you love creating. I want to create. But when I get punched in the face for the 700th time, I guarantee yet, the moment that I saw a lady who could not speak because she's so shy, I put on the headset and she broke my game because she wouldn't stop talking. It was horrible. It was like a non-stop. The system crashed, and I'm like, oh my lord, which was a good bug detection. But anyways, you know what I mean? You saw a smile on her face. You're like, I'm something great because I just changed the moment of someone's life, even for like 10 seconds. And that's it. So 3 years, yeah, it's tough. But I have a feeling that we're almost there. But I need help, like everyone. And with friends and family, we'll figure it out.
Very good.
So
Very
that's how I do it. Thank you, Heather.
For your question, Heather. Okay, so the next up is Camperman. You're on the
Camperman.
microphone now.
Hi, Giuseppe. Thanks very much for the
Hi.
very nice presentation. I think I have probably a couple of little questions. The first one
Shoot.
carries on from Heather's question. Really, you know, the time scale you talked about, is realistic. I understand that. How many people are in your team on the development side in terms of the Unity interface, the AI stuff that you talked about?
Okay, great question. So, and I'm going to answer it adding on to it because I think I know where you're going with it, so it gives you a better context. Mm-hmm. We're 3 co-founders, okay? We were up to a point 16 people. Now, we don't have salaries. So there's 16 people who just were dedicated to the vision of the company at various phases. The game itself took about 3 months to make the first MVP between the 3 founders. So 2 people deving. and me cheering on because I had the diving skills of a rabbit, so I couldn't really do much. But I was saying, good guys. Then it took us about 6 months to make the second scene. So the first scene was a cabin. The second scene was the boat, and it took time because making VR takes time if you do a lot of textures and you do a lot of information and detail. And that was it. That's what killed us. We took a lot of time putting in a lot of detail to a market that didn't care so much about detail. And we could have went faster. But we did. So it took about 3 months. Each room would take about 6 months of developing, making the asset, making the 3D textures, making the code, and incorporating the AI, testing the AI, stuff like that. And then, of course, we're started up with a team of 3, sometimes 6. Most times we were 6. We made so many mistakes and so many wrong turns that we wasted time. Learning curve. And I think the gentleman who asked the question just vanished.
No, I'm here.
Vanished.
I'm over here. It's
Oh,
me.
you're there?
It's me.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's me. Thank you. That really makes it's amazing for you to share that journey as a small development team, because I think there are many of us in that situation where 3 years, and as Heather said, to be able to keep going through that time, especially without salaries, and I understand because I do a little bit of stuff on my own in Unity and in Blender, and I just know how difficult it is. And I also code a little bit. I teach computer science, so that was why I asked the journey, because most games, you can have teams of hundreds of people developing that, and it would take them several years to make that as well. My other quick question, if I may, is just about the AI. How interactive have you managed to get that? Because I think if I understand your product correctly, somebody speaks and then they get a response based on what they're saying. How interactive is that, would you say?
All right, so thank you very much. Just to answer your first one, our team are ex-developers for Microsoft games. They've worked together on the Fable series. So they made Fable series to a certain extent. So they have an idea of how games and nice games look like and how the effort it takes. I'm blessed to have a team like that. To answer your question about the AI, we're getting a better handle on how to work it out. However, how it works is that you talk, and the system understands the intention of what you're going to say. And with that intention, you guide the conversation through your script. So it's not about keywords, but so much, are you affirming? What are you trying to say here? Are you saying you don't understand? What is it you're saying? And we found out that in order to make this better, we'll keep open-ended questions. We're not going to make the system be so specific, but with all the answers we get, we're going to be able to identify all the type of responses for that intention. So if your intention was, I want to buy a hamburger, so I'm hungry, when that question comes out, all those answers are going to go into our filter of hungry or buying a hamburger. So then we're better off. So version 2 of the game will be much more specific and better in tuned. There is no other way, at least for us, with the resources we have. So right now, you could talk, you'll understand, you'll respond, and it's good. So you're going to talk, and I'm going to keep you talking, even if it makes a mistake or even if you're wrong, because you don't want to interrupt someone when they're learning English. You want them to talk so they build their confidence. And at the end, you help them with a teacher.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Hope that helps.
You. Yeah, totally. Thanks very much.
No problem. Excellent. So Camperman, that was you. Anyone else?
Questions? No, I don't think so. Okay, so thank you so much for your presentation. It was amazing, and I really hope you stick around in the social space for a bit to talk with Bill and maybe with more of us, so I can guide you the rest.